Hello, gorgeous ladies and gentlemen of the realm. FaeryVixen here, back again with another video. And tonight I'm going to show you some of the things that I've personally made. Haven't made a lot lately, but this is like my what's left of what hasn't sold. So yeah. Let's start with some of the first things I ever made. And that would be these Italian wedding cake bead earrings. They're real long. This was before I could buy silver, so they've got brass hooks on them. And they're kind of dirty because they've been hanging for ages and I never wear them. But yeah, that was back when I started, and I bought craft beads. These are Italian wedding cake beads. And they're, you know, you buy like a pound of beads and they're in there with it. Like, that's a thing. Okay, and here's some more ones that are ones I've had a long time that I made. I made my own self, and they're orange and brown. Well, brown, orange, and then like a coppery seed bead. These are copper washed seed beads. And they're, you know, dime a dozen. Everybody has these kind of earrings that a friend made or they bought at a, you know, yep, there you go. Everybody has those. Now, this, here's a pair that desperately needs to be cleaned. These have all been hanging upstairs, in my closet. I have like an earring hanger, a big hang-on-the-wall earring thing, and these are ones that are too heavy for me now, and these are sterling, but they're really filthy. They're like, they need to be cleaned badly. But they are garnet and ruby zoisite. It's such a pretty stone, and they've also got some peridot chips in there and some other. Oh gosh, these are embarrassingly dirty. I guess I should have washed them before I started. But I just wanted to throw together a video that had jewelry in it, so I just grabbed everything. I wasn't really trying to be, you know, I should probably keep these cleaner, but I don't wear them, so they get forgotten. These are all garnet. These are all garnet and sterling. And you can see that the findings I used for the top are the same as the other ones, but these are all sterling and garnet. Ooh, excuse me. Last couple days I haven't been going to bed at 3. I've been going to bed earlier. Oh, and tonight's jewelry. Very quickly grab some silver flowers. Yeah. Oh, heck. This one I did not make. This one I bought on eBay. Long time ago. But this is an Afghani. Oh my gosh, look. Oh, that's terrible. Ooh, glad that was in its own box. Man, I haven't pulled this stuff out in a while. But I will clean this. But it's an Afghani lapis wedding piece. You either wear it, I think you wear it on your forehead or your neck or something. But wow, that has not been out of the box in, oh, I don't know, really long time. So that's going to be put aside to be cleaned. Oh, I feel so bad now. That's terrible. Terrible. I wonder how bad all the rest of these are. Oh, I showed you this when I did my other one. We'll dig out some of the other stuff first. This is turquoise and onyx. And it's very simple. This is from, you know, the beginning of my design career. It did have a big old turquoise pendant on it, but I moved that to a different piece because I didn't have it centered. It wouldn't stay centered between these two, and it bugged the heck out of me, so I got rid of it. I took it off of there and put it on a strand of... Oh God, I almost sneezed. Whoa, don't you hate when you lose a sneeze? Wow. And here's a bracelet. Went with it. These are turquoise. Turquoise. It's the real stuff. And then a little pair of earrings to match. So these are simple. It's a simple set, you know, and that's kind of like where you start when you start making jewelry. You start with simple. But I love how heavy this is because it's onyx. It's the real dull. I used to love going to bead shows and buying strands and strands of beautiful things. And that is a full set. And I don't remember how long this bracelet is, but I think it's a little too big for me. So I'm going to say like 8, probably. 8 inches. And I don't have my tape measure with me. And see, just to show you, yeah, these are all sterling beads and sterling everything. Because I never bought, you know, yucky ones. Excuse me for a minute. Oh, excuse me. Wow. So that's the turquoise, sterling, and onyx set. Yeah. What you got new? Ooh, yes. One of my favorite stones. This is very high-end malachite and sterling melon beads. Well, actually, these aren't really melon beads like they are, but they're elongated. I forget what they call them. And it has sterling bead caps. Let's go down a little so you can really see what we have here. I would have liked for the pendant to be a little larger scale for the rest of it, but that one's in there in the box. So I might have to reconfigure a little bit, maybe. See, there's your sterling findings. And do you see how this goes? What you do is you string your beads on, and then you put your crimp bead, and then you put another bead after the crimp bead, so that the crimp doesn't rub. Do you see where it's connected here? If I put that there, it would rub and rub and rub and rub, and eventually it would snap, because the edges of these little crimp beads are kind of sharp once you squish them. So if you leave that bead at the end there, or you add several, that's hitting up against that, and it's not gonna end up cutting your bead wire. So that's a trick for making jewelry that I learned along the way. So yeah, this one is pretty long. Wait, let me go back out. So yeah, here's my hand. Okay, and it's pretty long. It's one of those longy ones. But yeah, I love this. I love this high-end malachite. I have bigger pieces of it, but it is such a heavy stone that you couldn't, if I used the really big ones for this, for the whole thing, you'd hardly be able to wear it. So that's another thing you can remember. When you're making something with malachite, mix it with some other things because it tends to be an extremely heavy stone. Okay, let's put that in the way. That's one of my favorites. Likey. I love making jewelry. I love playing with jewelry. I like getting jewelry. I like giving jewelry. I like. Go like. Here's a fun one. This one is... these are, I should say. Here's an earring. And I had this crazy skirt that was brown, you know, when brown and pink was in. And it was brown and tan and pink. So, what I have here is this necklace and earrings. The tan is picture jasper, little bitty ones. The dark brown is boulder opal, but there isn't any flash left to it. I bought a strand that had some really nice greens in it, and there were several that were just, you know, the brown without the opal in it. There's some craft glass in there. These guys, dirt cheap at the craft store, but they mix really well with stones if you don't overdo it. And these little pink guys, these guys, these are some kind of Mexican opal or something. It's Mexican pink opal or something, I think. It's been so long since I made this one that I don't really even remember. But yeah, it's got 5 drops and a pair of earrings to match. And all the wire work is, you know, not perfect. It's hand done, so. But those are fun. I like getting these kinds of earrings and adding to them because it makes it interesting. But I can't wear these anymore either. They're too heavy for me. I do wear the necklace though, still. Oh, you like my jammies? They have zizzes and moons and stars on them. So that was a fun one to make. It wasn't just a, you know, regular loop necklace with a pendant. It was something different. Alright, we're halfway here. I don't know. First jewelry that my man ever bought me. I kept it. It's still in the package. I forgot that was in here. This is a heavy one. I think I know what this one is. Oh my, one of my absolute favorite one that I've ever done. And it's really no great shakes. It's just the piece that I used. This was my grandmother's. This pin, and it's a, I don't remember what the heck it is. Weiss maybe? Let me see. I forget. This is an art, actually. So it's missing a stone. I never did fix that stone right there. But I always loved this broken brooch that she had in her jewelry. So what I did was I made a pendant out of it. See? I made a pendant. I did some wire work. It's not perfect, but it hangs nice. And this is the beautiful apatite. This gorgeous dark teal color. Sandy was showing off one that she made today that was a lighter color, and it was beautiful too. It's one of my favorite stones. That's my favorite color. And see here, this time I did the crimp beads 5 from the end instead of at the end, so that, wait, I also made the clasp on it. Hold on, let me finagle it, get them in the right place. So yeah, this is just really rough work. I don't do real fine work, not with the wire. And I don't usually do wire work when I'm going to sell a piece. I just do it for me, for practice. And this, I'm never going to get rid of this because it was Granny's. So yeah, I made the hook. And I made the thing to hook it to. And I made the pendant thing. I kind of, figured out how I wanted to do it, and these are a little bit beat up, actually. But, hey, it's mine, and I'm keeping it, and ain't nobody getting that one. But this is apatite. This is, like, the most gorgeous thing. So if you ladies see a thing, you're like, oh, that's probably glass. It may not be glass, because this stone is that color. I think the first time I ever saw that stone was in my Auntie Sarah's library case, and she had a those lawyers bookcases. She had that in her den. Oh gosh, back in the early 70s. She lived in a huge old Victorian, beautiful house. I still dream about it sometimes. But she had a little tin that had, some polished rocks in it. And that was the first time I ever saw apatite, and I fell in love with it. This is Siberian charoite, I think is what it's called. This is dyed banded agate, and one of my best friends that has since moved away. She moved to Texas. Did the wrap. This is dyed banded agate. You can kind of see the lines in it. See? But this is Russian charoite, which is another one that I love because it's just so very. What do you call that? It doesn't look like it should be natural. It looks like it's something some designer dreamed up. But the designer, who the designer was Mother Earth herself, just constantly making these beautiful things for us to play with. And this, yeah, I made the hook on this one too. So it's hard to get open. The ones that I make for me, I don't, yeah. There we go. Now we can get that open. Yeah, see? It's real heavy. These are big ones. Big ones. But it's, just sterling and yeah, even the wire down through the middle is sterling. So it's not oh, what do you call that stuff? It's not, oh, it's not memory wires. What I'm trying to say, my brain is dead today. But yeah, I love that one. That looks really nice with a black t-shirt. Black v-neck t-shirt. I got 10 of those in my closet. Because I like to set off the jewelry. What can I say? Oh, yeah, these you've seen already, but let's just flash them up there again. This guy with the crazy inclusion in it. Yup. I love that. I saw that at the beach. I was like, yoink, that's mine. This is Moonstone and Labradorite, and everybody loves both of those. And it's got, you know, it's all sterling. I don't do anything that isn't. Well, I'm going to start, though, because here's my story about sterling. I don't know if I already told you this at some point, but I used to have a huge inventory of sterling beads that I would do my jewelry with. Well, you saw them in the malachite one. But at one point we were in pretty dire straits because hubby was laid off, and the company he worked for just folded without any warning, and so we were toughing it out. Like, we were having a hard time. So all of my sterling beads went to the pawn shop for their weight, and I think we paid the mortgage with them, and I think I was only like $100 short, so I could scrape that together. That was, you know, not difficult to get together, but it was my grandmother's solid sterling flatware, and all, well, not all, but 97% of all of my silver beads went to pay the mortgage. So yeah, I miss my silver beads, but I don't miss the flatware because it just sat in the box and didn't, like, it was kind of heartbreaking to have to, you know, let it go for scrap, but you got to do what you got to do. So we're doing okay now. Look at that. Ah, it's so pretty. They look so nice together. And you know how I like the fire. Fire! And here's another one. Here's another one. Me and my Labradorites. Crazy on the Labradorite. I'm not sure if I like this strand. I mean, I like the strand, it's beautiful, but look at that. Look at that. That is so nice. But yeah, that's a pretty one. I do have a couple of these up for grabs on my Posh, I think. This one is up there. And I know a lot of you, when you get handmade artisan stuff, somebody made that is usually the comment. Well, here's the thing. Yes, somebody made that. Somebody picked that out. They went to the bead show and they picked out the beads and they designed the whole thing. They put it together in their head. They paid good money for these. These stones are not cheap to get, nor is sterling, even in pieces. So when you see a piece that it's, you know, oh, somebody made that, don't poo-poo it, and don't undersell it, because this necklace, there's only one of these. There is only one of these on the planet. And that's the thing with handmade jewelry. You won't get two alike unless somebody's come up with a formula and they're cranking them out. But artisan made and hand done, hand beaded, hand designed jewelry is really to be given some respect. I mean, because most of these, there's only one of them. So when you buy a piece, you have to take that into consideration, that it'll be the only one that's ever, you know, done. Oh, this one's fun. More malachite. And see, look, this is how big. I had one necklace that was all of these at one point, and I was like, there ain't no way in hell that anybody can wear that. Very heavy, very, very heavy. I made these earrings. They're solid sterling with 3 little drops, and they go with this choker with its central bead. And I try to finish things off nicely. This one's asymmetrical in the back, so that when you wear it, it's, especially if you wear it here, it's just a little dangle, and then you've got this. Yeah. I try to think outside the box. I try to not do the same boring thing all the time. But yeah, I have fun with it. And that one, I think, is also up on Etsy. I think all of my hand-done stuff is on Etsy. And some of it's on Posh. Posh, posh, posh. Poshity, posh, posh. Oh gosh, we got 4 minutes. So this is going to be 2 videos here, all of my stuff that I made. Oh, this was a fun one. And this is another one. My wire work, I will say, sucks. It's terrible. But I am experimenting, so. And it's just me wearing these, so, like, it's not a huge deal. This is Picasso Jasper. And I mixed that with copper and check fire polish in the peridot color. It's not peridot, it is check fire polish in that color. So that can fool you sometimes. But this is not Unikite, this is Picasso Jasper. Pretty cool, huh? I likes it. And I like the little sparkle that the green chartreuse. And I know, Roberta, you're probably cringing at this stuff. Terrible, terrible stuff. See, and I just bound them together with some copper wire. Yeah. And it fits me, and it just fits over my hand. There's no clasp on it. I just have to kind of roll it on. But I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that was an experiment. That was just, what the heck am I gonna put with these weird stones? And that's how I came up with that. So, nope, now we gotta roll back off. Give me 2 seconds. We're at 28:29. I may be able to squeak one more out. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's this? What's this? Oh, here's another one. Another fun one. This is onyx choker and milk glass and turquoise heishi beads. So yeah, that's one that has the bracelet and the necklace. And I love these kind of beads where you can thread the other beads through it. It's pretty neat. Actually, this is not onyx. This is obsidian. Do you see those lines? That tells you that it's obsidian. It's actually rainbow they call that rainbow obsidian, even though it's not got rainbows in it. Some of it does, but this is real dark. Ugh, I hate this. Not to hate anything, but I don't like the cottony stuff that comes in the thing. Well, I'm going to stop there and save the rest for another day. I just wanted to give you some jewelry to look at. Don't mind me tooting my own horn a little bit. I like making it. I don't know if anybody's ever going to buy any of it. I would really like it if they would, but, you know, you can't make people buy stuff. I may stick them in a pop-up every here and there, which I haven't done yet. So, I love you ladies, you know? I really do. I love being part of the community, and please remember, be yourself, because everyone else is taken. Bye-bye.